Communication is a very challenging and an important aspect of building relationships, and it flows to deeper levels as well. For example, when you are not being positive about your communication, you are damaging the other person in some way. And the damage is not only to the other person, it's also reflected on yourself. So whatever you talk is an interactive sender, receiver, sender cycle. And in that, we often go to abnormal patterns of communication. And the 3 C's, which are the 3 deadly sins of communication, are: one is the favorite of everyone, which is criticism. Criticizing everybody all the time. And that gives you a sense of one-upmanship. Okay, I'm better than you, I know it all, and therefore I will continue to keep pointing all kinds of, evaluative words, evaluative phrases, and labels that you throw onto others. Like, oh, you are stupid, you are bad, you are mad. And parents use these labels also frequently without understanding the implication of it. Interestingly, to realize how critical this is, psychologists had done an experiment where they divided a classroom into 2 parts. Left side of the classroom was deemed and planned by the teacher to be the stupid group. And the right side of the classroom was conceived to be intelligent and wise. And the constant criticism which came out was, oh, y'all are all so dull and stupid. You cannot handle life. You cannot say the right answers. You're definitely going to fail. So those were the comments that the teacher really doled out to that left side of the classroom. And then the right side was constantly praised. Oh, you smart guys, you are so intelligent. You can handle any problem under the sun, and I'm sure you will do brilliantly in your exams and in your life. Now, those were the messages that were put forth. What do you think was the result? The dull ones really performed badly in the exams, and the super intelligent ones, the smart ones, were successful. They did very well. And I think from this experiment, which was termed as the Pygmalion effect, the Pygmalion in the classroom, was a very clear indicator of the damage that you do when you are evaluating a normal person. So the thing to do, even if your child is not smart, is to give good labels like you are intelligent, you're brilliant, you're smart, and you're wise. And the person will start behaving that way, because whatever you attribute to the person is what the person actually gives back to you. So this is the first deadly sin, criticizing somebody. The second one is constantly comparing. Oh, look at your brother. He is so brilliant, and you, Dumbo, what are you up to? Better buck up. Really try and see how you can do better than him. So you're constantly comparing peer group people and peers and friends and brothers and sisters and children in the family. And that comparison actually creates one-upmanship, as well as, the whole introversion, extroversion. The person who is derogatively compared feels inferior, and the superiority-inferiority complex begins to develop. So it is communication which is not productive. It is causing damage to the individual psychologically and also in cognitive thought processes. You are jammed when such comparisons really happen in your environment. The third one, which is also very deadly, is complain. You've seen that happen in your family all the time. Let's say you have 3 kids. One constantly comes and complains about the other and constantly tries to appear as better than the best all the time by putting the others down. And this also creates all types of problems in interactions. So as you see, communication is at the root of every problem. Emotional thought processes get damaged, as well as then your whole life is ruled by those kind of perceptions which you have gathered about yourself. And complaining, of course, makes the one who's complaining feel better again, has this feeling of I'm better than thou, and so I know everything. Let me therefore get the whole environment and the people around me to the state of perfection that I live from. So it is an attitude that is shaped early in your upbringing somewhere. You may have a father who's constantly comparing you with the other siblings, and then you learn that. It is a learned behavior. And all these patterns of communication, which are not supportive of growth, are patterns which have been learned in your early levels of growing up. And that damages you internally, and you then are unconsciously acting out all those communicative styles which are damaging to you and to the others.